with the Japanese attack. Hansi 66 and Strat 29 undertaking this challenge on farmland. It's going to be bloody brilliant, I tell you. The Commonwealth on the opposing side of the map. And I'm expecting Haggos sometime in the early future, preferably. But we'll see what they want to bring to the battlefield this time round. As here we have Strat 29. He's going to take on the whole right-hand side of the map by himself. Hansi has the task of taking the entire left and middle, separating his troops up like a good commandeer would do so. So we'll see what Strat wants to do with this. He is very, very focused on this area, splitting up his infantry just to try and get a little bit more surround on his opponent. But that's kind of too grouped up. There's definitely a grenade going to be coming that way soon enough, I would hope. There it is. Grenades away, top-down camera, high-angle view for us. It's just not good for those guys to be standing around that wall. They were doing absolutely no coverage whatsoever. And that is Thompson Nagant over there. By the way, I will have you know that he is a brilliant guy. Sandbags down in the middle for the Japanese. The Commonwealth seems to have done pretty darn well. If you just look at the map, the amount of green dots is, well, kind of small, we'll put it. Here are these two Haggos. Hansi giggling to himself like a girl, saying there should be somebody here. Ooh, what is that there? It's a bush. How interesting, Hansi, for you to point that out to us. So, the Haggos are going to split up. They're going to go left and right. This could be quite shocking. However, it's just, like, just from my experience of Thompson Nagant and Stacker, they're probably listening in the fog of war. They've probably got an AT rifle. They've probably got at least a Piat or something around there somewhere. But we'll see if they're going to get devastated or not. They may even attempt to take it out with some AT grenades. Just a very classic style. But regardless, the Japanese somehow, with the minimalistic amount of dots that they had around the central zone, have taken that assault zone. There goes an AT rifle. We can hear it in fog of war. There it pops back into view, using the house as cover. The Haggo trying to fire around the corner with its high explosive rounds. It may have got that AT gun up, but there's someone else to go around there and pick that weapon back up. Now it's just a matter of who sees what, where, and where that AT shells are going to land for the next soldier. The right-hand side is looking a lot more, well, alive. We'll put it that way for the Japanese. Isn't it nice when you keep your units alive, Strat? That's important. Charging up with his Haggo right into the sandbag line. Oh, don't you hate it when someone's all up in your sandbag line? But following up with infantry, just the one infantry, and he's dead. That's the infantry gone, and there goes the Haggo as well. It took nothing more than an AT grenade, but the tank crew is more than enough to take out those free soldiers. A lot of bodies in the middle, reinforcing infantry for the Japanese on its way. In fact, quite a lot of infantry on its way with another Haggo, so it's light vehicles all round, all in, putting all of their cards into the basket with these light vehicles. It could be quite risky, but that hand grenade, rather the anti-tank grenade, says to me that perhaps there isn't an AT rifle around there. I mean, who expects two Haggos this early on? We'll see how it goes. The Japanese infantry push up on the left-hand side to try and fortify this position and force back their opponents across that little pondy, lakey-like, styly, watery, holdy place. But tuning into the right-hand side with our secondary Haggo for the Stratonator against Thompson Nagant. Looks like they're getting some great HE shells onto that building. Now, buildings are something you do not want to be standing near when there are HE shells readily available to your opponent, because generally it's just a lot easier to hit a vertical flat surface than it is a horizontal surface from a long distance away. The angles just don't match up so well. Moving in with infantry support, it's just very, very standard. This light vehicle goes in, pow, there we go, HE shells to try and take down some of the more fortified. An excellent high explosive shot yet again, clearing that sandbag line. Now we need more infantry to move up there, kill the few stragglers. It's all about having that infantry more just to take the points, while you have this big supporting unit doing the main damage, taking out the pieces of your opponent's defenses, which are more important to take out. And there was seemingly, what, an AT rifle back there? Oh no, it's an all-econ situated on that road. The Haggo is going to move behind the Haggo in a mirrored universe, but the terrain, it's advantageous here for the Haggo. It's got away from that all-econ. It does need a little bit more of line of sight in front of it. Those trees and bushes and shrubbery will be line of sight blockers as well. Prone infantry should not have too much difficulty just crawling up there and maybe chucking yet again another AD grenade. But I want to see some Piats. Piats, they don't give a damn what the terrain's like. They just fire all the way straight directly over it. And yet again, I'm angry at myself. I forgot to put my crystal clear interface on. I'm so incompetent. But we have a Valentine, and it's looking very, very eager to take out this Haggo with a grisly face, taking down that tree to show it what for. First of all, no Japanese infantry running up there to try and chuck an AT grenade. Absolutely no support. The machine gunner is doing his best by the looks of it. Haggo goes down. They should really try and scupper that with some TNT to make sure the enemy doesn't repair that and use it against them. In comes that all-econ to set itself up on the hill. Only one straggling leftover Japanese soldier on that right-hand side. Another all-econ in the middle, which is just blasting a load of these cannon fodder infantry. But they are maintaining their ground, holding that assault zone. They have 4 zones. The Commonwealth only with 2 so far. The points are scaling into the favor of the Japanese. So, gotta make a fast move, Commonwealth. Stacker, Thompson again. The ball is in your park. Also, what the hell has just died? McChubby. Oh, he's the guy on Spectator on the other side. He's clearly messing around on the opposite side of the map. What a guy. So cool. Anyway, an offensive situation with some Anzac infantry for the Commonwealth. They are trying to obliterate this sandbag line, and they do so with some kind of succession. It seems like a lot of this kamikaze infantry here just crawling around there in the back, totally avoiding any conflict with the Anzacs. Well, not frontal face conflict, but definitely in the back. A 75mm cannon arriving speederliciously on the scene to try and find that Valentine and take it out. There it is, it's on the road. Who would have thought that vehicles would use the road almost? Well, that's kind of a sad story. The Type 92 exploded everywhere, gibbing the guys on the gun. And that's a problem, but it'll be fine unless we find that these infantry soldiers are coming round to chuck some flurry of grenades. What flavor of grenade would you like? The explosive kind. And we had very little action there. I think Strat was meant to talk in the all chat, bringing out a motorcycle just to try and respond as quick as possible, but it was just not preventative. Ooh, where is this looking? That's protecting the rear flank from any sneaky little Tetrarchs. Those Tetrarchs, very famous for their ability to dig tunnels underground and stuff like that. We've got an AA gun maintaining order in this assault zone. Just lost that from the Anzac attack, I believe, but the Japanese are taking it back. They do urgently need it. It's 3 assault zones in the hands of the Commonwealth, 3 neutral zones in an amazing turn of events, but still lots of sandbags, and the Japanese taking at least 2 of the assault zones back. And of course, this heavily screwed over right-hand side for the Stratinator. Thompson Nagant really working his magic on that assault zone. And take it out. A load of guys from the side flank. Absolutely brilliant. All of those buddies there are tribute to what a good flank of negating cover can do to one's spirits. It still seems to be, however, that Strat is independently trying to take on the right-hand side, whilst Hansi is dealing with minorly holding the left, just as light as possible, and then focusing heavily on the middle. And that's just generally the farmland overall tactic. All Econ moving up there seems to have taken a few damaging health bars off of that infantry squad, but they get back behind cover. The AA gunner is moving up. Sandbags going down from Stacker. He seems evident that he wants to approach. He wants to get some heavy cover down from him and gain some additional ground, but that AA gun is denying that. In completely other news, I'm hoping to actually get some Men of War streams going down. You'll notice I've actually separated my Twitch channels now. I know a lot of people were getting fed up with not seeing the games they wanted, but the Twitch channel for seeing Men of War Assault Squad, along with random other games, not Company of Heroes, not Smite, is twitch.tv/InukiLP, all one word. LP meaning let's play, so chances are I'll be playing Men of War Assault Squad there, perhaps even some Shogun 2, and just random other stuff, really, that's not the games you mostly hate to see on InukiTV YouTube channel. That all econ there being pinged, highlighted as a problem. If only we could get this 75mm operational, it could perhaps blow the crikeys out of the Elecon with a HE shell, if not already been used. A lot of building destruction, a lot of debris landing on people's faces. I think that is actually the goal for Strat. In an unusual but highly effective infantry killing method. You can't argue with those results. Our infantry needs to be a little bit more spread out. Careful of that all econ. It's still lurking around there in the fog of war, but with this building almost being entirely destroyed, there's still this wall here to hide behind. Still not very effective though, as a grenade plunders the organs of that guy. Valentine's moving up. Interesting to see what it will do. For me, however, it's just looking like a beautiful rocket placement. You could easily get behind that building if only we had one. Also, moving up the infantry would be great. Strat actually gonna deliver us a high explosive supermotor against Thompson Nagan's Valentine, but to little effect it does. And then we're gonna follow in with another go. The third one this time round. I guess he's a little desperate on the monies and he wants his point back urgently, which is a reasonable and rational decision. That point is on your side of the map. Why would we want to lose that at all? Also, all of the sandbags in the middle have gone. Another super mortar, this one from the Hansenator. But, like, someone's gone round with a vacuum cleaner and hoovered up all these sandbags. I just saw a rocket fly into that central building, and it doesn't look like it did any damage at all. Maybe there's some superficial damage on that opposite side of the wall, but it might be a good idea to actually get rid of that, as long as you've got the advantageous heavy cover. But as I was saying, the sandbags, everybody's destroying them. It's the AA guns, the all econs. They have some incredible penetration rate, even at long distance, especially against sandbags. But that negation of cover makes it very difficult for infantry to survive. What the fuck, Strat? Hansi is going to go absolutely batshit mental against his teammate for a reason that I can only hold as to him losing his flag point against Thompson Nagan. Incoming a sneaky half-track. It's not quite one of those sneaky burrowing tetrarchs, but it's still highly effective. It clears out that sandbag line on the far left, crashes into a tree, and then receives some track damage from my bazooka. Not looking too good, however, as he's then gunned down by the 50 cal. That's why we need to hit that engine. We've got another Hago on the field. It does take out the half-track. However, if there's any crew alive, they can take out the TNT there, chuck it on that mortar. We have, whoa, incredible turn of events. This is the bonsai ability. It brings out a couple of interesting units on the back of some tanks. Paratroopers combined with Chiha versus a Matilda. I'm slightly concerned. The Matilda has great armor, already a track damage against one of the Chiha tanks. And we're firing through that half-track as well. Some additional armor there. Whichever way you look at it for both tanks. The Jihaz are failing miserably to hit that Matilda. And the Matilda is not even going to take some train damage. Oh! It takes out the Jihad cleanly, extremely clean. And the second one on the second shot. Turret damage, though, for that Matilda. It still means it can fire, however. That is an appalling use of hero points. Those guys were picked up and put straight into the bin. But we're going to have to see what can be made of this. We're sending in infantry, and it's just looking like a big squad massacre. As, for some reason, well, crazy explosion times for one of the squad leaders as he ran in and chucked a grenade out. But they're so clustered up that these grenades are highly effective, and the Matilda HE spells, yeah, sure, the HE spells. Oh my god, he casts the explosive magic on all of the paratroopers, and the paratroopers are dying. It's as simple as that. There's no magic trick about it. Sandbag lines are down too, in a way which isn't useful for Hansi. It's much better for Stacker to actually take those and man those sandbag lines just in their position. It's great when you can do that with the enemy. Ooh, an interesting, very forward, aggressive mortar. There's not too much in terms of what is protecting this, and I see its ideal goal is to take out that medium AT gun upon that hill, which it should have enough range at that distance to do so. Grenades straight over the wall. In fact, the wall has already been destroyed, and the guys just managed to move out of the way. They're jumping, they're dashing, well, that guy took the grenade for them. We should honor him. If only we knew his name. He will forever be known as that guy which took the grenade unwillingly. Kamikaze! That'll do nicely. If anything can be taken away from this game for the Japanese, is that was kind of awesome against that AT gun. We didn't need that mortar after all, but it being in a forward position with infantry support should hopefully keep it alive. Hopefully keep it alive, Stratonator. But incoming more Commonwealth infantry. We do have light vehicle support. I can hear it just off the camera. But what does Thompson again want to achieve here? He is running into a lot of death there. Similarly, it seems like Hansi is running into a lot of death on his own half the map, but he at least reclaims his territory, and the middle is looking actually not too bad as well. There are Japanese soldiers in there. Just got to be careful of the fog of war with our tanks there. Explodo! Goes the Hago, because it's a Crusado AA2. Come on, Strat! Strat! Why you lose game for both of us is what Hansi does not sound like, so do not use that voice with him. Ooh, a tulip! A close quarter tulip. There has to be a bazooka around here. In fact, I can see one on the bottom right-hand side of my screen. There are also mines down. Paratroopers do come with mines, or SNFL infantry. One of the two. Our tulip fires its payload into the sandbag line, and there is a burning guy getting away there. We should make sure we finish him off, otherwise he'll come back and win the game for the Japanese. The tulip just doesn't really give a damn about its life, I feel. It's way too aggressive. It wants those final 11 points. We need a zone, though, for the Commonwealth. It's just too risky. Do we really want to use a tulip for that push? We didn't gain any territory. Not a single dime of territory. We're going to finish off that tulip with grenade as well. It's burning. It doesn't need to do any more. Oh, look at that. That guy is just strolling past the explosion. Not phased at all. The Crusader AA tank driving down the road, gunning everyone in their sides. But on approach is the Chi-Nu straight down the middle. It's going to look. It's going to fire. It's going to be good. The Japanese may have held all 4 points for a short period of time, but that is looking rather weak. 2 neutral zones. Looks like the Commonwealth are going to take both of them soon, and within a matter of points, that's going to be game over. Let's hope that these mines can shave off a few enemy minions before these soldiers move in and reclaim that territory. They're going to take the high ground. That's 100% absolutely advantageous to them. Losing an individual soldier, they should be able to get it. Why are they losing? A lot of damage done from that lone soldier there on low ground, sitting prone. The Hag go here. Well, this is like the 4th or 5th one in the game for Strat. He is really loving the live vehicles, and there's even a kamikaze unit on the road back there, tracked, damaged on the Crusader. The infantry managing to get in this zone, finally paying off. And what is this? A complete blunder on behalf of Thompson Naga as he sends his Anzacs straight across the path of the Chi Nu, and they just, well, they're gone. They're gone and they're never coming back. Well, that's what happens when you occasionally, for some reason, decide to send a whole squad to the front lines. Like, you really have to make sure that you send them to nowhere in a combat zone as a group. I'm done, says Hansi, nothing left. Yeah, his side's looking fairly broken. Strat, although it's winning his side, but he's gonna have to try and do something good, but there's only 2 points to do something good in. So I believe this game may very well be over unless Strat wants to not lose his Chinu. It's over. He got flanked hard, says Hansi. Double teamed. But I hope you've enjoyed this game. Do remember the Twitch Let's Play channel. Ooh, building destruction, my favorite. And like, comment, subscribe wherever you feel necessary. I'm Inuki. We've got more Men of War to come. Never gonna give you up. Also, Call to Arms is looking not too shabby. Bye!